But first, rolling back requirements. The Florida High School Athletic Association pivoting on a controversial physical exam form after facing public pushback. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Ben Kaplan.
And I'm Julie Montanaro. The board voting earlier today to remove questions related to female athletes' menstrual cycles from their mandatory medical exam. Stacey Inez sitting in on that emergency meeting today and joins us live with more on the changes made in reaction to them. Stacey.
Well, Julie, we originally spoke to Jean Meale Poggie yesterday ahead of the meeting. She's the mother of a high school athlete, and she actually started a petition to advocate against those menstrual questions being on the exam form. So I followed up again with her today after the vote, and she tells me this decision was very personal for her, and she considers today a victory.
I was texting with my daughter, and I would let her know that the vote was coming up soon. She texted me. She was curious to know when it happened, and when I told her, she was so excited.
Jean Meale Poggie's high school daughter expressing her relief after the Florida High School Athletic Association voted to remove menstrual questions from its pre-participation exam form. Poggie started a petition on Tuesday that now has nearly 600 signatures supporting the removal of those questions.
Any conversations with young girls about menstrual cycles need to remain between the young girls, the parents, and the physicians. There doesn't need to be involvement by athletic departments. There doesn't need to be a required disclosure on an athletic form.
At an emergency meeting Thursday, several board members spoke as parents, agreeing that the information should be kept private.
The school will have all the information they need, but not all of the confidential medical information any longer, which we feel like is a positive step.
Board member Richard Finlayson says the FHSAA was already in the process of adopting an updated exam form back in November. He says the board was set to approve the revised form, but wanted to defer to the Sports Medicine Advisory Committee first. That's when the recommendation was made to make the previously optional menstrual questions become mandatory. Two board members, however, opposed removing the menstrual questions at Thursday's meeting.
If the first 3 pages were going to be solely for the doctor, why can't the questions continue to be on the form? If it's only going to be between the parents and the doctors that will be getting that information.
Screening questions are required that could lead to the avoidance of serious short-term and long-term debilitating conditions for female student athletes. I would argue that the elimination of the questions is discriminatory toward female athletes because we are not instituting best practices that could protect them.
But for Finlayson and parents like Poggie, the board's decision shifts the focus back to what they think is most important.
For me, we're going to trust our personal healthcare providers, whether it be a physician or other qualified provider, to make sure that they're having all the right conversations with our athletes, to make sure that they are in a place that they'll be able to compete safely and in a healthy way.
Also said in today's meeting that the governor's office had nothing to do with those mandatory questions, and he also said that they did not receive any pressure at all from the governor's office. Now, as for the medical form, right now as it stands after the vote, only 1 page is going to be required to be submitted to the school. The other pages are going to be kept with a parent or a doctor moving forward. For now, live in Tallahassee, Stacey Inez, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right, Stacey, thank you.